Xerox Saab Pro Series usually sees one or two drivers surge to the front, but 1993 has turned that formula upside down and inside out. Sweden's Kenny Breck won at Miami and again at Sebring, but he had to run Jerry Nadeau off the course to do it. At round 3 in Atlanta, Barry Waddell saw his first series victory fade away with a broken gearbox. That opened the door for Alex Padilla. Can Padilla repeat? We'll find out next. ESPN, the world leader in motorsports coverage, welcomes you to Lime Rock Park, Connecticut for round number 4 as Napa presents the Xerox Saab Pro Series, and we've got a beautiful day for racing. Hello again, everybody. I'm Marty Reed, working alongside with David Hobbs, and the competition this year in this series is fierce. 21 points separates first through 5th place in the point standings, and for the 3rd time in 4 races, Brandon Sperling, a new person on the pole, David.
Absolutely, Marty. This year, the Xerox Saab Series is really living up to its original intention. Equally prepared cars, equally driven, equally maintained, and they really are equal. As you say, the point spread is incredibly narrow, and today's grid is absolutely astounding. I've never seen one like it. 1.2 seconds covers the entire field. Everybody said, what's happened to Jerry Nadeau lying 3rd in the championship? Well, he's buried in the middle of the pack. Buried here being a bit of a misnomer. He's 0.2 of a second off the pole. So these guys are going to have a very frenetic and exciting afternoon for them. Great for us and great for the spectators here.
Nadeau will be starting 9th on the grid, and we'll watch him as he tries to work his way up on this 1.54-mile layout at Lime Rock Park, newly resurfaced. Let's take a look.
There you see the layout, 1.54 miles, 8 turns, all of the right-handers except that one left. Let's go around with Jeff Boss. He goes through the most important corner here, turn 1, 180-degree, double apex right-hander. A lot of overtaking going into that. Then we come to the only left-hander, and we don't want to do what Jeffrey did yesterday afternoon. Remember, folks, these are professional drivers. Do not attempt this at home. There you see one more at the layout. Also, a lot of elevation change here, and this is one of them, the very severe downhill right-hander, a must-get right corner as it leads on to the front straight.
Let's take a look at the starting grid now. Our pole sitter, Brandon Sperling, first of his career, a new track record, 103-mile-an-hour average, just over 53 seconds. In row 2, our Miami winner and Sebring winner, Kenny Breck, alongside with our Atlanta winner, Alex Padilla. As we go through the rest of the starting grid, the thing that is amazing, 1st through 9th is separated by 27 hundredths of a second. And David, I think that is a record for this series.
Well, I say it's going to be a record pretty well for any series. I mean, it is absolutely staggeringly close.
Well, the pace lights are out on the pace car, and there is Jeff Boss. Now, remember, Boss is starting back in the 11th starting position, so he's going to have to work his way up through the field. But again, only 1.2 seconds separating everyone in this grid. And there are the 18 cars. The pace car will be turning off to our left. And that, boy, they are really slowing them down.
Let's hope they all keep cool as they go into turn 1. It's going to be a real bottleneck.
Brandon Sperling gets on the horsepower. The green flag is out. And that's Alex Padilla on the outside on our right. And that's Kenny Breck on the inside as they're trying it 4 wide. Breck, oh, and he is off just with 2 wheels, holds onto it, and makes the surge into 2nd place.
Swoops up into 2nd place here. Alex Padilla trying to go around the outside. Bit of contact there with that car running just behind him. Can't see who it is as they go through that left-hand turn. Sperling in front. Kenny Breck having a go on the inside there. An important corner to get that right, because if you lose a bit of time there, you also lose time all the way down this long back straight. As I say, it's not straight. It's a bit of blocking going on there. Judicious road usage.
That was Barry Waddell who made the block, and I still can't believe they made it through turn number 1, and everybody is clean.
And they're still all there. They did it on a whole lap.
Brandon Sperling, 3rd in the points, or actually 2nd in the points coming into this race with the number 3 on his car, and he is going to be our leader as we come down for lap number 1. But Breck's going to make a charge. Will he be able to take it? We'll find out as they come into turn 1 again. There's Padilla trying to get around.
He's trying to get around Ricardo Dona, and Kenny Breck made it through to the lead. Our championship lead at the moment snags the lead going to turn 1, the 2nd time through, end of the 1st lap, and pulls out just a little bit of time there on Brandon Sperling.
So Sperling is second now to Kenny Breck. Ricardo Dona is in third, and then Alex Padilla is in fourth. And Breck's starting to open it up a little bit.
He certainly is. He made it, put a wheel over the edge there, trying to straighten out that back straight. Up there at the rising right-hander here with the new chicane at the top. These guys probably don't really need that chicane, but it's set up for the GTP guys later on today. As Kenny Breck goes through that west bend, almost flat out since it's been resurfaced, at about 125, 126 miles an hour in these cars for the downhill. This is probably one of the most important corners here because it gets you onto this front straight. And of course, it's at the end of this straight that all the overtaking takes place. So you really want to come onto this straight strong. Whoa!
Got a car off back in the back. Damage on the number 88 car, and that is the number 15 of John Field from Dublin, Ohio. He saves it nicely without getting into anyone else. John Field back on course, but he'll be dead last coming across the finish line, and that's how tight
I think
this
he's glad
field
to be
is.
dead last as opposed to the other alternative.
We'll get another look at it here from the backside. Oh,
Here
and
he
he's
comes.
just down off the downhill and loses it going into the last turn.
Lucky not to slide right across that gravel into the tyre wall there. A bit of a pretty high-speed impact can be had there as we join Kenny Breck. Nearly a lap later, he goes through West Bend.
And nothing has changed through our top 5 positions as Breck, Brandon Sperling, and we go on board with Jeff Boss. He is currently running 12th in the field. Down the long straightaway. And we'll start our third lap here. Kenny Breck, the leader at the Napa Xerox Saab Pro Series, round number 4.
Bob here would like to demonstrate the difference between Coastal gasolines and all the other guys. Coastal gasolines have detergent additives to help keep your engine running clean, just like the other guys. Oh, and Coastal gasolines are high in octane and other quality stuff too. But then, so are the other guys. So what's the difference between us and them? Coastal, quality gasolines that cost less.
You have a heart. You have a mind. And a conscience. So should your car. Introducing the Saab 9000 CSE.
This is where it happened. The breakthrough in urethane chemistry that created Finish 2001. The car polish so advanced, you use it only once a year. This old car's finish appears destroyed. With no rubbing, no buffing, Finish 2001 safely brings back a shine that lasts an entire year. Nothing but nothing shines or protects better than 100% guaranteed Finish 2001. Finish 2001 is available at these fine stores.
Today's ESPN Speed World event is brought to you by Xerox Antifreeze Coolant. The temperature never drops below Xerox. By Saab, which invites you to test drive the 9000 CSE at a Saab dealer near you. And by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you, friends know when to say when. Back at Lime Rock Park, Connecticut, round number 4 of the Xerox Saab Pro Series. That is the leader, Kenny Breck, and he is opening it up. Brandon Sperling is still in second. Ricardo Dona is in third. And fourth place, there you see it, the orange car, Alex Padilla. Whoa, and another car off that course. That's Jerry Nadeau. Nadeau trying to work his way up, took 2 wheels, 3 wheels off.
Whoa!
Oh, look at this. They touched.
by Alex Padilla, nearly nicked the front. Oh, Padilla's gone wide.
Big's dirt tracking it, and he's staying in it.
And he only lose a place. He just lost the place he just snagged, so he did that.
What incredible racing. I don't think I have never seen one of the Xerox Saab racers be able to dirt track it right on through the corner and still keep going, but he's done it. Look at now he's going to have to block it. The tires have gotten hot. He's going to have a hard time holding that position.
They got dusty too because they were hot, so he went off into that dirt, picked up a lot of dirt, which will have given him a bit of bad traction. See, here he comes down the inside. Out of both of them really just right on the edge, just snags the wing there on Ricardo's car, gets off on the dirt, and look at that opposite lock he's applied. Boy, this is real Ascot stuff. And doesn't let Claudio Van Buren in that white car through.
That's Claudio Van Buren from Mexico.
The number 7 car there, the white car with the number 7, that's Bill Adam trying to make up. Diego Guzman inside him. Whoa!
Guzman takes the position. That's for 6th place on the race course right now.
Diego Guzman coming up to the field.
We'll tell you while you're watching all this action, nothing has changed up front. Kenny Breck has a safe lead over Brandon Sperling, but boy, the action between 5th, 6th, 7th positions is fast and furious.
I mean, we're looking at a total lap time here, about a second, covering about 8 or 9 cars, so it's absolutely living up to the forecast of the qualifying. These guys are very, very, very evenly matched. Even running in dirty.
There is Claudio Hall Van Buren. He has been coming on strong. He's had some bad breaks early in the season. Padilla finished, as you see, the 3rd here last year, was our winner back our last race, round number 3 at Atlanta, his first career win on the Zurich Saab Pro Series. And what a confidence builder. It was like a different person back in the paddock area.
Well, now he's got some work cut out, because the problem with these evenly matched cars is if you lose a bit of time, like he did in that last shuffle, it's dropped him back to Ricardo Dona by about 2 seconds as Diego Guzman has another go there at Claudio Van Buren.
Yeah, Guzman really beaten up on him from Colombia. In fact, a lot of people in the Zurich Saab Series say he's the best product coming out of Colombia since Roberto Guerrero.
Up the rising turn there into the chicane. Going to be wanting to pick up a bit of speed through the next 2 corners. This one here, West Bend, almost flat out. If you can take it flat, you're just going to pick up a bit of time. Under the bridge and down this hill, which also needs to be taken flat out.
Brandon Sperling said the reason he was able to get the pole was he was able to go flat-footed down through the last turn. Here comes a look inside. That's Diego Guzman. Whoa, and chopping it off.
He must have. There must have been. Look at the way all of them are dirt tracking through there. Now the thing is, are these tires? The sun's not out too much. It's a bit of a cloudy day. There's real dirt tracking going on here. These guys have got these cars set up. It looks to me like they've taken a bit of wing out to try and get down that front straight quick. Because in the race, as opposed to qualifying, you need to be quick down the straight to try and get inside people at the end.
Yeah, but traditionally, if you keep doing that like Guzman was, you can't go the distance because the tires just go wet.
Well, you'll run the tires off it, and then you'll just gradually have to slow up, right?
We're going to find out. Guzman still holding on to his position. But it's starting to open up now between these positions. There's 5th place, Claudio Hall Van Buren. Down the straightaway, that's Dona and Padilla. Van Buren and Guzman right behind. Guzman checking the mirrors.
Well, behind Guzman is Bill Adams in that white car with the red number 7. He's always a threat. Bill Adams actually lying 6th in the championship at the moment.
And again, Guzman breaks the rear end loose. This time he sticks it.
Van Buren taking the classic line around that left-hander, which means he leaves what looks like an opening for the following driver to get stuck into. But of course, it means he comes off the corner quicker, so not quite as easy as it looks. But it does look like a tempting hole for Guzman to try and squeeze into.
Remember, a brand new surface all the way around this race course, which has really helped these cars. They're going much quicker. 103 miles average for our pole sitter.
Which, when you consider they probably only pull about 130 miles an hour down the straight, is a pretty staggering average speed. They're very quick through these corners.
The battle that we're still looking at for 5th place, Claudio Hall Van Buren. As you can see, he's not had a great year so far, but he's had a lot of bad luck. He's been running strong the last couple of races in the top 5, 6 positions, and then all of a sudden something will go away on him and he falls back.
Seems to be quick through turn 1, which brings him right up to the Van Buren car there.
Well, there's Jeff Voss, and he is still running in 12th place. There's your leader, Kenny Breck. Brandon Sperling in 2nd. Stay with us. Back with more.
Don't wait. Get the news weekly of motoring, Auto Week. Don't wait for driving impressions. Auto Week drives them all and tells you about them first. Don't wait for car news. Auto Week covers the world. Auto shows, the new, the old, and brings it to you fast. Don't wait for racing news. Get the news weekly of motoring. Auto Week brings you the winningest coverage first. Don't wait. Get Auto Week, the news weekly of motoring, now. Call 1-800-828-4100 for this ESPN Race Weekend special. Get Auto Week at the lowest price ever, $17.95 for 52 issues. But don't wait. This offer expires midnight on Monday. Get Auto Week at the lowest price ever. Call 1-800-828-4100.
Dave Stockton and Walt Zimbriski tied for the lead after the second round of the Southwestern Bell Classic. 16 golfers within 6 shots of our leaders, including Lee Trevino. Join us later today for final round live coverage. That's at 5:30 Eastern Time.
Marty Reid and David Hobbs back with you at Lime Rock Park, Connecticut for the Xerox Saab Pro Series. There is your leader, Kenny Breck. Now, we can tell you that Jeff Boss has moved up to 9th. And he and his brother are an interesting story. Take a look. Selecting the Coastal Personality of the Week was a bit difficult because Andy and Jeff Boss are brothers, and they both got some pretty good credentials in the Xerox Saab Pro Series. For example, they were first and second runner-up in the 1993 $100,000 Big Scholarship Contest, and in '92, Jeff won the Eastern and Midwestern Formula Ford Championships, and Andy has 11 wins. But Andy, I hate to tell you this, the nod's going to go to Jeff because you finished 5th here last year, and he finished 6th.
Well, I think I'd like to give it to Andy. He's the younger brother, and I'll pass it on to Andy this time.
Well, that's very big of you. Well, then, congratulations to you.
Thanks, but I think really he should have it. You know, being younger, I'm going to have more chances than he will. I think you should give it to him.
Well, then, back to you. Congratulations.
Well, I'm a little faster than Andy, so I want him to have something today. So
I outqualified him yesterday. I think maybe he should have it, being the slower guy. You know.
I think I got a solution here. Come here, young man. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael, would you like to be the Coastal Personality of the Week?
How much money will I make?
Spoken like a true racer. You're going to do well in this sport. Well, there's our leader, Kenny Breck, and he has opened up a good size lead. You can't even see second place right now. In fact, there has been several changes while we were watching the Coastal Personality of the Week, but no change as far as Kenny Breck is concerned. Let's go back and show you what was happening between Claudio Hall Van Buren in the number 8, and there's Diego Guzman. This is a battle for 5th at the time, and Guzman makes it stick.
He certainly does. He'd been all over him like a cheap suit for some laps, got down the inside. We wondered if he was going to go a bit wide, but he didn't, and he hung onto that spot.
Then momentarily, right after that, all of a sudden, Brandon Sperling, our pole sitter, second in the points, out of this race, which moves everybody up in the order.
Yes, he won't be a happy boy. Something went wrong with his car as we go back to Kenny Breck going through turn 2. I have to say, I've been watching him just the last few moments. There's no doubt about it. He is using just as much road as everybody else, but if you look, he's putting a lot less strain on those tires. The car is tracking much better.
Well, he won our first 2 rounds. Take a look as he is very smooth through the chicane. And take a look, and we'll show you second place, which will be Ricardo Donna. And that is lap traffic first. No, there they are. That is second and third. That's the closest battle we have right now. That's Ricardo Donna in the 27. Alex
second,
Padilla.
third, and fourth, of course. And these guys really are having a good race. Ricardo Donna sat on the pole at one of the races last year and has shown various spurts of competitiveness. And he's certainly showing us some competitiveness this afternoon as he edges out Alex Padilla down the outside there. Padilla going to go for the inside now. Yes, good.
Oh, can he make it stick? Yes.
Yes, good move by Alex Padilla there. Got him to cover the inside there, let him move out, and then just snag through that, force his way through the inside.
So there is a change for position, and Diego Guzman is closing quickly on Donna.
Good bit of drafting there by Padilla. Used that draft all the way down that front straight, which again shows the importance of coming off that downhill turn fast. Give you a good slingshot on the driver in front, use his draft, and then finally nail him, just like he did there. Dona now falling back well and truly into the clutches of Guzman, who we saw make that great pass on Van Buren.
And I think knowing Guzman's routine heading down into turn 1, he may have a good shot at this.
Yeah, Dona, let's see if he does the same thing. Moves across the track. Guzman follows him using that draft. Pulls back onto the outside.
I think he's got him. Can he make it stick? Oh, he's going to try it on the outside.
Outside pass difficult here. Very difficult. Oh, no, but the trouble is, of course, well, going to nail his right rear wheel.
I thought he was going to stick it in there and
I did.
try and force the issue, but he doesn't.
This is an important corner to get right, to pull right up on him on the back straight here. I don't think he's going to get down him here.
Oof. Boy, he is all over him. but cannot make the pass.
Well, now he needs to drop back just a 2 feet and then really come whistling around the next 2 corners, West Bend in the downhill, and try and blow by him on the straight.
Well, less than 10 minutes
but of
remain.
course, Dona's going to try and block down that straight.
Less than 10 minutes remain in this 30-minute timed event. Down the front straightaway one more time, and again, all over the racetrack trying to break up the draft. Oh, he's looking left.
Guzman's going to go down the inside this time. Whoa! And Ricardo Dona's the one that locks up. Goes very deep, flat spots his front tires, and Guzman's through.
Dona was looking left. You could see his helmet, and Guzman snookered him, stayed to the right. Great move by Guzman.
Well inside the pit lane. That yellow line was the pit exit lane.
So again, Ricardo Dona falls back another position to 4th. Guzman now moves up to 3rd. Again, we'll tell you Kenny Breck is safely in the lead. That is 2nd place, Alex Padilla.
Okay, Guzman needs to get round Padilla in this race from the championship standpoint.
The battle's starting to stretch out now. There's Kenny Breck, our leader, safely in front. Stay with us. We have the checkered flag coming at the Xerox Saab Pro Series.
For the student serious about racing and the non-racer serious about learning, the Skip Barber Racing School has a program for you. Call 1-800-221-1131.
This is where it happened. The breakthrough in urethane chemistry that created a car polish so technologically advanced, one application lasts an entire year. Finish 2001. The car polish you use only once every 12 months. This old car's been badly neglected. Its finish appears destroyed. With no rubbing, no buffing, Finish 2001 with its urethane formula safely brings back the showroom shine. A rich, deep gloss shine that lasts an entire year. We tested Finish 2001 against other leading polishes, even some that claim to protect your car against fire or against acid. And the test results? Nothing, but nothing protects or shines better than Finish 2001, the 12-month car polish with a 100% money-back guarantee.
Finish 2001 is available at these fine stores.
Heading for the finishing moments here at Lime Rock Park, round number 4 of the Xerox Saab Pro Series. That is your leader, Kenny Breck, and he is in command of this race. The battle really for position is further back in the field. We should bring you up to date as we look at Kenny that the number 3 man in the points, Jerry Nadeau, has dropped out of this race with a collapsed rear suspension. So number 2 and number 3 in this race, Brandon Sperling and Jerry Nadeau, are out. There is the battle for second. Padilla in front of Guzman.
This is settling down to be a hot race. Just a few minutes left. Guzman's wound Padilla in. They're both actually coming up on Kenny Breck. They're catching him up slightly. They're never going to catch him, but these two are going to be locked in a duel here right to the checkered flag. And the way Guzman's been going this afternoon, he could well do it. He'd have 1 or 2 more laps to go.
Kenny Breck is lapping at 54.3 seconds. That's only 0.6 of a second slower than he qualified. That's over 102 miles an hour. Padilla trying to break up the draft.
Yeah, Guzman didn't need that because he obviously didn't want to follow him across the track either because it's time consuming. I mean, it's all very well just breaking up the draft. Guzman is quick through here and he's also quick through the next one. The left-handed in turn 2. Takes a tighter line, slightly tighter line, moves up just a little bit closer.
Now remember, Guzman started 6th in this race, and he has a chance to finish 2nd.
But I guess this must be their last lap. Maybe one more to go.
Padilla, Guzman. What an improvement that would be from last year.
Now this is where he's going to make it count. Now actually, Padilla seems to be just slightly quicker through those 2 absolutely key corners as they go down his front straight. There's Kenny Breck taking turn 1.
And there is the gap, and boy, that will give you an idea just what will happen to the points battle if this holds up too. He'll have a stranglehold in one race all of a sudden because 2nd and 3rd have dropped out.
Ooh, Padilla just got a little bit wild there, a little bit loose coming through that left-hander. He's let Guzman follow close up a bit on him.
Well, here's the dilemma that all these guys face. They're not sure if this is the final lap because it's a timed event, and it's going to be very, very close as to whether or not Kenny Breck gets the checkered flag this time around.
And of course, Guzman, whatever the time is, he's just going to be trying to get past Padilla because you can never, ever give up. Even if there's only like half a minute left, you never want to give up.
This is going to be extremely close on the clock. We'll watch the flag stand. No. So Guzman has a reprieve of 1 lap. He has got 1 circuit of this 1.54 mile layout to get around Alex Padilla. This is going to be it, and here's lap traffic in front of Kenny Breck, but it's not going to be a factor. This is the battle on the race course right now.
Now he really knows. He must know it's the last lap now. So he's going to pull out all the stops, and of course Padilla is going to pull out all the stops to block him. We've seen quite a bit of blocking this afternoon. Really closed up on that back straight. Can he get... Oh, don't do that now. Don't lose time. No point darting around where you have no chance of getting past anyway. Save the best till last, lad.
So you're saying he's got to make his shot going right down the last corner?
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to find out. There's Kenny Breck. He's going to get the checkered flag. This is the battle on the race course. Who's going to finish second? And it looks like Padilla may have it. There's your winner taking the checkered flag. His 3rd win of the season. Kenny Brecken right behind him. 2nd place, Alex Padilla and Diego Guzman, in a great finish between those 2 drivers. Tremendous race here at Lime Rock Park. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk to that man, our winner, Kenny Breck.
See you later. Hey, Charlie, aren't you working dispatch tonight?
Yeah, Joe, but I got 1 more pickup to make first.
Well, don't be late.
Come on, it's my life.
Yeah, where to, buddy? How about McDonald's, Dad?
Yeah, get in. Sometimes the extra value of an extra value meal...
You sure you gotta work tonight?
...is the time it gives you together.
Sure you want to go to college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get a cold one. Our total attendance for today's game.
Oh, would you look at this beer line? I'm gonna go back.
What? Foul ball? No, I'm not.
Foul ball!
Foul ball? Foul ball? Out of the way!
I got it!
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down,
Make it 2 Bud Lights, please.
make it a Bud Light.
Hey, you got another ball?
Today's Speed World event is brought to you by Xerox Antifreeze Coolant. The temperature never drops below Xerox. And by McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Well, there is the top 5. Kenny Breck, for the 3rd time this year, is in victory lane. He's down there now with our Ralph Shaheen. Ralph, it's all yours.
Well, Kenny, a very thrilling few opening laps. Explain to me what was going on from inside the cockpit.
Well, I tried to overtake the cars in front in the first 2 laps because so many fast corners and it gets dirty air and it's difficult to stay behind somebody.
This racetrack, even though it's been repaved, still looks a little bumpy. How difficult was it inside the car?
No, it looks it's quite nice actually. It's not too bad.
Kenny Breck, the winner here this afternoon at Lime Rock.
Well, as we take a look at the unofficial results, your comments, Mr. Hobbs?
Well, I thought the race lived up to its promise, almost. It was a great shame that Jerry Nadeau and, of course, Brandon Sperling both dropped out, which doesn't help their point situation at all. But a tough race this afternoon, but Kenny Breck certainly did have this circuit by the scruff of the neck.
Speaking of points, take a look at this. What was 1st through 5th at 21 points coming into this race, Kenny Breck has now put a stranglehold with a 25-point lead over 2nd place Alex Padilla. Sperling and Jerry Nadeau drop all the way to 4th and 5th, respectively. 4 rounds out of 12, still plenty of time, but Breck is now the man in control. That's going to do it for us today at Lime Rock Park, Connecticut in round number 4 as Napa has presented the Xerox Saab Pro Series. For Ralph Shaheen and David Hobbs, I'm Marty Reed. Hope you have enjoyed today's ESPN Speed World event, and we'll see you next time that we go racing. So long for now.
Cadillac and your local Cadillac dealer proudly present the Senior PGA Tour.